Retro Rob's Gaming Videos.
Hey, Rob here, and today we're going to talk about this. This is Super Pac-Man, and it's by Jakks Pacific. It is pretty freaking cool. And my wife picked this up at a rummage sale for 50 cents. I kid you not. She does so much better at finding this stuff than I do. But before we start with that, I want to give a big shout out to Video Gamer. Link will be there. Link to his video site. Anyway, we just recently did a trade. It was a small one. We were just trading game for game. And there's San Francisco Rush, which I traded for my 500th copy of Wipeout XL. Wipeout. Hi, honey. Hope you're not watching that one. It's Wipeout. Also, he gave me this Rude Boys controller, which this is actually a little video game system, LCD video game system with controller, because he knows I like this kind of thing. I've always wanted to do like an Ashens type of thing where I just open something on the couch, and I thought that this would be perfect for that. So thanks for that. I will probably do like a rip-off Ashens episode where I cover this little guy. I haven't had one of these in a while. I remember playing them as a kid, and I loved them as a kid, but you know, it's kind of strange they still make this kind of thing. But anyway, these, I'm totally covering something other. I should probably bring this up during the thing. But anyway, these actually were given away with the Rude Boys line of clothing. I know that because my kid, I got him the one with the headsets on. They were amazingly tinny. So I can't wait to see this. All right, so thank you very much for this, and of course the trade. And don't forget to visit his excellent YouTube station. Remember that, Video Gamer. You know the link. How can I never get the link thing right? All right, let's continue. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to get on the point here. Let's get on it. All right, here it is. This is, there we go. This is the device. It's marked TV games. It's one of the early ones. You can tell because it's really well built. This is a fairly heavy unit. It has near arcade quality type of game stick. It's not quite there, but it's pretty good. It still features metal. This is an actual metal stem. It's got the little, you know, just like an arcade controller, it's got this little piece. Notice that on the head of it, look at, it's Pac-Man. Pac-Man's on the head of that. How cool is that? On the front, the little coin section, it's actually the menu button right here, and it's got a little ghost on it. I think you can see that. There we go. On the side, it's marked Super Pac-Man. There's the fire button, which you actually do use in some of these games. And the control stick. And it's plugged in, so you can actually hear it when I go like that. The control stick has something that I haven't seen since the 80s, which is there's a guard inside that you can actually feel. It makes it so that it forces it to only go up, down, left, and right. So it cannot go corner ways because it has a little protector in it that stops that from happening. Alright, why don't we look at the game itself. By the way, inside it is regular Pac-Man. It's got Pacman Plus, Super Pac-Man, and Pac and Pal. Now, Pac and Pal is pretty interesting. I'll show you that. But it's also something you rarely see. Super Pac-Man as well. So that makes this kind of a neat system, even though it only has 4 Pac-In games. Pac-Man, Pac-In. Alright, it wasn't that good. Alright, let's switch over to the screen.
And booting up right now. Takes just a second, and there we go, the 4 games that are available. And note that you can erase the high scores. Yes, it does store your high scores. How nice is that? At least as long as the battery's in. Not 100% sure what happens if you change batteries. Note that if you are having like difficulties with this device, change the batteries. It's almost always the problem with it. It gets weak and it starts acting up. Okay, so, yeah, Pac-Man. What is there to say about Pac-Man? Not a lot. The controller works very well in this game. I had very little, if any, missed turns with the controller while just playing regular Pac-Man. It's hard to get Pac-Man wrong, but it occasionally does happen. This device, however, gets it right. I'm going to finish the board, so I'll just sit here and talk about something completely unrelated, like the weather. Yeah, it's been kind of rainy over here. Ooh, look at that dodge, though. Going for the power pellet. Oh, no. No, he's not going to eat him. Oh, finishes the board. Real nice. All right, on to the next game. And here we have Pac-Man Plus, which is essentially Pac-Man. I don't know why, but I think Pac-Man Plus is a little bit harder. It moves a little bit faster. Generally a more difficult game. The graphics are obviously, as you can see, slightly modified. And one of the ghosts... You see how I just passed through that? What's up with that? I just passed through 2 ghosts back there. Anyway, that's it. Pac-Man Plus. Plays fine. Alright, Super Pac-Man. This one I played a lot in the arcades when I was a kid. I really liked this game quite a bit. This features one of the same problems I had in the arcade, which is when you are large, it seems like it's really hard to control Pac-Man. You see how I spit up there, by the way? That is what happens when you press the button when you're big like that. So anyway, I don't know if this controller has the same problem that the arcade controller had, or it's something in the code. I'm guessing it's something in the code. But just note that. You'll see that in the game. Basically, the idea here is grab those keys, unlock the fruits, and eat all the little fruities. It's a pretty good game, really. It's a good shake-up on the Pac-Man genre without going too far. I really enjoyed this one, so worth the time. I'm going to finish this level. Watch this. Here we go. Come on. Get him. Almost there. On to the next board with a different fruit. There we go. Pac and Pal. Pac and Pal introduces a new sidekick called Miru. That's not your friend. I'm telling you, she grabs your crap and takes it back to the ghost house with her. I don't see how that's a friend of yours. Anyway, I like this game quite a bit. It gets a bit of flack for not being very Pac-Man-like, but it's still fun to play. Basically, you run over those cards, reveal the card, and it reveals a fruit somewhere on the board or other object that you pick up and clear the board with. Sometimes Miru will grab your goodie and draw it back to the ghost house, being a big pain in the butt. That doesn't harm you at all, but it's kind of weird. Notice how you can go into the ghost house in this. How weird is that? One other thing about this game, and you'll see it in just a minute, I'm going to pick up and turn blue, and when I turn blue I can fire the fire button and I can stun the ghosts. Note that at no time during this game can I actually eat them, but I can stun them. I'll take that, I guess. And that's it. That's all that this particular system has to offer. I actually think it's okay. You know, if you're not on the emulation scene, it's a good way to play some games that maybe you wouldn't catch otherwise. Get it cheap, though. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Bye.